Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inspirational Time, Noodle, Episode 5. This is something that I wanted to do last week, but I could not find the time to do it with the increasing amount of work that I have at this time of the month. Well, in this particular month of the year in college, but I did make a long Facebook status, and I was nonetheless devastated to hear about the passing of not only my favorite wrestler, but my hero, Warrior. Formerly Jim Helwig, but he wanted to live the rest of his life being known as Warrior, so that was his legal name upon his death. It's just amazing to me that a guy, the kind of shape that he was in, and with the kind of consistent exercise that he did, he managed to die. He kept himself in shape like crazily well, amazingly well, which led me to believe that this supposed cardiovascular disease, I don't know if that's the real reason or not, it's certainly not steroids. All of you, honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, all you people that are claiming steroids, please grow up. Is that all you can think of in your head? Is that all you can think of? Oh, roids. Jeez Louise. Open up your mind a little bit. You know, I mean, roids, it takes a lot for that to happen, and it would have killed him by now if he took enough. It would have killed him a while ago, so it doesn't even make any sense. It's cardiovascular disease that was claimed to cause his death. Probably wasn't because of something he did. It must have been something genetic. That's what I believe. Because the way he kept himself in shape, he couldn't have. Unless he worked out too hard and overstrained his body, that's another possibility, because I know he worked very hard. But anyway, this video is not to talk about or discuss how he died and how it came to happen. It's to talk about his legacy and to give my own words and opinion on the way he lived his life and the significance and meaning of it. And this is going to be my version of it. Noodleman's going to do his own version of it. Because it's funny, because Noodleman didn't come into existence after war. He came into existence even before I knew that Warrior existed. So it was kind of like I was living through him without even knowing him yet. Anyway, Ultimate Warrior. Well, Warrior was. There's a reason why, or many reasons why, he was my hero. Not only was he not afraid to show his craziness, to show his wild side, not only was he not afraid to give as much energy as he could in life and to be eccentric, you know, because that was one reason. That was definitely a reason. But more importantly, was the profundity with which he thought in his mind, and the willpower that he carried himself with and utilized every day of his life. This man had remarkable and extraordinary willpower. He knew the meaning of the words "don't give in." He knew the meaning of those 3 words better than anyone I've ever seen in this world. He really did. I mean, it was shown just in his matches alone in WWE. He was booked to win so many times because of the willpower he expressed to the company, because they believed in him, and the fans believed in his willpower just as much as he did. They knew how hard he was willing to try, and that's why he eventually led on to defeat Hulk Hogan, to be the first one to pin Hulk Hogan clean to the mat. 1, 2, 3, clean. He was the one to take the torch from Hogan. it was incredible. And if you just watch his YouTube videos, you'll see it'll explain to you the way he lives his life and the mentality with which he lives it, and how you just can't let anything get in the way of life. You just can't. I mean, this guy just really knew how to keep pressing forward no matter what. No matter what. And it reinforced my own beliefs learning about this person. I had these beliefs before I even met him. But meeting him reinforced them. Meeting him, it was like looking into a mirror. You know, he's everything that I want to become. As soon as I do everything that I want to do in my life, in my career, and schooling completed, and graduate school completed, and you know, hopefully taking some martial arts when I have more time. Having my own apartment at least, or sharing it with somebody, whatever. So that's everything that I hope to become once I, you know, it's a hard way up there, but I'm still making my way to there with the spirit that I have always had with me. The crazy spirit I expressed in high school and even as a kid. You know, as years have gone on, I've grown up more, but I still kept in me the wild, crazy Matt that everybody knows. Some like, some neutral, some hate, but since when do I give a hoot about that? Anyway, I mean, I do give a hoot about the ones that like me, at least. So, me not giving a hoot about the ones that, well, let me just finish the whole willpower aspect. I don't know how many people realize how amazing this guy's willpower was. And you know, he was strong physically and even stronger mentally. He would take his body to not just the limits but beyond the limits. He would probably hurt himself in the gym. He would hurt himself probably doing it, trying to get anything done. You know, he certainly attained everything he wanted to attain in his life, according to what he said in his YouTube videos, except for the part where Ms. Vince McMahon and a lot of the WWE company misunderstood him. I didn't really understand him until he started making his YouTube videos. All I heard of were rumors that, like, say he was, that he rejected an autograph from a kid or something like that. I didn't know what kind of person this guy really was until he started making his YouTube videos. So I'm really glad that you did, Warrior, because now I got to know you better. Much, much better. I got to know what kind of person you really are. And that you really are not a phony, you're not a liar, you just tell the truth because you realized that there's only one life to live. Why spend it lying? Why spend it lying? Some people in this world will say I'm a hypocrite for saying that. Why spend it lying? I don't lie. I don't waste my time lying. You lie if you're afraid, and who am I afraid of? Tell me, who am I afraid of? Anybody call me out right now. Tell me who I'm afraid of. And if you think you're one of the people that I'm afraid of, then tell me so. Because I'm not afraid of you. I don't care who you are. To who am I lying to, and what am I lying about, and what do I have to lie, and why do I have to lie? So, I will always tell anybody everything that I remember about a certain something. If I don't remember something about a certain something, then I'll say that. Okay, I can't help it. I do usually have a very good memory, but I can't remember every darn thing. So, anyway, where was I? About his willpower. His willpower was extraordinary, really. I mean, he just really knew how to keep going on and on and on. And, you know, I hope that is remembered forever. I know it will be remembered forever. He had the extent of his willpower, the strength of his willpower, the lengths that he would go to with his willpower are something that I have never seen in my life, except possibly in myself. But Warrior, you will always be remembered for that. Always. And now to get to the wisdom aspect of this guy, something I didn't know about until he started making his YouTube videos a couple of years ago, or 3 years ago, however, 2011 it was. Right when Macho Man passed away, sorry, it's the morning. just wanted to do this because before I forget and stuff like that, I have to go see a teacher for extra help with the class. Right, so he bestowed a lot of wisdom onto us through his YouTube videos. He really did. You know, the saying that he would post at the end of a lot of his videos was, "You must show no mercy nor have any belief whatsoever in how others judge you, for your greatness will silence them all." He was showing us... Is it 10 minutes? Okay. He was showing us that you need to be yourself and try to reject people as much as you can. Now, I'm sure he understood that you have to consider the advice of others sometimes. But you know what, if you are sure enough of yourself, if you make enough effort to understand yourself, if you have enough of objectivity in your mind to see the world for as much of it as you can see, and then compare that to yourself and see how you fit in the world based on your objective view of the world, if you do all of that properly, if you really try hard with all of that, and really judge yourself objectively against the world, then you should have a secure enough opinion of yourself that you shouldn't have to listen to anybody else. And I think that's exactly what Warrior was thinking too. Warrior was a big thinker. Profound thinker. Really. And I'm sure he judged himself against the world objectively. No myopia, nothing. He judged himself objectively. He was, and thus he was confident with himself. So you shouldn't have to really worry so much about what others think, because that means you're not sure of yourself. That means you're not sure if you have the most objective, reasonable, and rational opinion of yourself. And you get to have the most reasonable, rational, and objective, most reasonable, rational opinion of yourself by looking at the world objectively.